Hi everyone, welcome back. If you are new, please consider subscribing. My name is Yadi and I'm a licensed beauty educator who creates educational videos for beauty professionals in training and those who like to continue learning. In this video, we are focusing on the Texas Cosmetology practical exam and we are on the hair cutting section. If you find the information helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend or someone who you may believe could find all of this information very helpful in preparing for their exam. The next section is haircut service. Please remove at least 1 inch of hair throughout the entire head by performing a layered haircut of your choice using a razor and shears. You have 42 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 21 minutes remaining. You may begin. So before we start, I do want to read some of the procedure criteria that they are looking for. The following must be performed in order. What is that? That you are sanitizing your hands, that you prepare the mannequin for the service, and that you perform a scalp analysis. The following does not need to be performed in order. They want you to use a razor with a guard during the haircut at any point during the haircut. They want you to follow a guideline throughout the haircut. They want you to use shears during the haircut. They want the haircut to be blended. They want you to cut a minimum of 1 inch throughout the entire head, and that you remove hair off workstation and sweep hair from the floor. I want you guys to remember that during the test, they do not read you the steps, you guys, okay? They expect you to know what to do the minute they say you may begin. They will only read you the section that you're on and the amount of time that is allowed for each section, but they do not read you the steps. So again, practice as much as you can. This test is not hard, but if you go in there and you act completely clueless, like you have no idea what you're doing or what is even going on, then they will be onto you. They will be keeping a closer eye on you, and trust me, that's not what you want. So practice as much as possible. Practice in school, practice at home. Watch this video, make flashcards, memorize the steps, whatever you need to do to feel better about this exam, and just try to be as calm as possible. I know it's hard, it's easier said than done, but that's all I can say. Now let's get started. All right, so we are now ready to go into our kit and grab our hair service bag, and that is what that looks like right there. We're starting off with the usual. At this point, you already have this down by now, and you are used to the process of disinfecting your work table first, and then grabbing that second paper towel to lay all of our items on. We have our hair cutting cape. We have 4 clips. We have 2 hair cutting combs, a rat tail comb. We have neck strips, we have our shears, and we have our razor with guard. And then of course we have our original bag, right? And we start off by draping our mannequin. So you guys, we have our neck strip, okay? And in the bag, of course, in the little Ziploc bag, I have 2 neck strips. Obviously you only need 1, but again, 1 for just in case. So here is our neck strip. And while we get our mannequin ready, feel free to grab a hair clip from the 4 that you have and put that hair up. Here's our neck strip right here. It's going right over. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and tuck this in. Like that. We have our cape. Make sure that you try to keep your station nice and organized. Once you have your mannequin draped, we will then move on to the first required part of the test, which is the scalp analysis. You're doing a scalp analysis. So I'm sanitizing my hands again. I am grabbing a comb, and you can do your scalp analysis. Okay. We're checking for any abrasions on the scalp. Okay. And you're just doing this throughout. It does not need to take you a very long time, you guys, okay? You're just going through a few sections in the front and a few sections in the back. This is something that is required for you to do, okay? Is to perform a scalp analysis. So we have done the scalp analysis. We are now ready to start the actual haircut. Obviously the mannequin is dry, so remember that water spray bottle that we've had on our station. Let's go ahead and grab it and start spraying our mannequin's hair. Now remember, you can do any haircut of your choice as long as it's a layered haircut. All right, you guys, so what I decided is that I am going to be doing a long layered haircut. So in school terms, 180-degree haircut, super simple, very, very easy, but obviously you can do a much shorter layer haircut like the 90-degree haircut. I have other videos out there showing you the stay-born 90-degree haircut. So that is why I'm doing the 180, because it's something that I don't have out there. So again, choose a layer haircut that you are comfortable cutting under pressure at that, and it's something that you have practiced plenty so that you get to finish on time, obviously, because this is a timed test. So what I decided that I would do is I will section the mannequin into 4 sections. Again, I'm trying to make this as simple and easy for you to remember, but I'm going to leave a small perimeter throughout the entire head of the mannequin so that I can do my first guide with my razor. So I'm going to bring all the hair down and I'm going to use my razor to cut the length off throughout the entire perimeter of the hair, and then I will start bringing it up to 180 degrees and cutting using shears. So I'm getting the razor part out of the way. So it's really up to you as to when you would like to incorporate the razor. Remember that you must cut 1 inch throughout the entire head in order for you to have, done what it is required. So here we go. Okay, so that you guys get a closer look, I'm gonna turn the mannequin around so you guys can see what I've done. Again, I'm just leaving out some hair out all throughout the perimeter of the mannequin. The mannequin is sectioned into 4 sections. I could have actually done 3 sections, 2 in the front and then 1 in the back. But again, I'm trying to make this as easy as student friendly as possible to not confuse any of you guys. Okay, so I'm going to start by using the razor in the very back again to create and cut some of the length and create my guide. So here is my razor. This is what I am going to be using. And I am simply going to come in here and pull the hair at a 0 degree. Now here's the thing, of course we all know what the all-purpose combs look like, and these all have numbers if you notice. Okay, 1 through 6 right here. And easily, if you need to know what 1 inch is, that's 1 inch, that's 2. This could help you know how much you need to cut. All right, so just keep that in mind. So it's really good to have at least 2 of these in your hair cutting bag, or you can use something a little bit bigger like this. You know, use and take whatever works for you. So I am now going to follow the perimeter that I have left out throughout the mannequin, throughout the entire head, and cut at a 0 degree. I am establishing my guideline and cutting the length. Okay, so I'm going to do that throughout the entire head. Whether it's a 90-degree haircut or a 180-degree haircut, again, you're able to do any layered haircut. Make sure that it's something that you are practicing in school and that you're ready for overall. And again, you guys, you are able to move the mannequin around. Don't feel like it has to just stay in one spot. Use your water bottle to make sure that the hair is wet. There's my guide. Awesome. So there you have it. So we have already established that first requirement of us using a razor during the haircut. We have established our guide throughout the entire perimeter of our mannequin's head, and we are now ready to move into our layers. Now that we are done using our razor, we can go ahead and grab it and close it and just set it to the side. Okay, we are ready to establish our long layers. So again, you can do it in one section or do 2 sections in the back. You guys do whatever works for you. Again, I'm trying to make this as easy, friendly as possible. So here we are, making sure that our hair is saturated and it is wet, and we are ready. Okay, so we are going to establish our layer here right at the top by selecting how short we want them. All right, so here we go, grabbing a horizontal parting from this top. You guys, I am moving this camera around. I went from using a camera to now using my phone just to be able to give you guys a better angle, better view. So here we are going to establish how much we're cutting. Remember, 180 is all the way up. okay? And so we have to establish how much we want to cut off from the top. I think this view is perfect. You guys are able to see everything. So here we go. We are making horizontal sections. We're going up. Make sure that the hair is tangle free. You're going all the way up. Establish how long, how short you want it to be. And we are cutting. Okay. 180 degrees up. Okay. Just like this. You can drop it and you're able to see that this is how short it's going to be. Okay, so what do we do next? We keep grabbing horizontal partings and we're bringing the hair all the way up, and we're finding our guide right there. So once we find it, we cut. Boom. There you go. And you keep going. Make sure that you are combing the hair nice and straight all the way up at a 180 degree. Okay. Again, most of the hair at this point will not reach our guide that we created at the very top. You see, there's a few little stranglers there. We get those and that's perfect. That's what we want. So here is our first section is done. So now we have established a guideline here. This is the right rear quadrant, by the way. And so now we can take this side down and use this as our guide to connect and do the other side. So we're combing. Remember, we just did this side. Now this is our guide to connect to this side. So we grab a small section from the side we just completed and the quadrant next to it. And there is our guide right there, okay? And remember, it'll get to the point where a lot of the hair does not reach all the way, and that's fine. So we are now ready for the front. So let's spray it with a little water. Pick up some hair from the back where we have already established our guide. Make sure you have grabbed enough hair from both sides, from the front and from the back. And there is our guide. Okay. You guys see that? Okay. So what do we do now? We grab horizontal partings in the front. Remember that now we have 3 different guides that we can grab from to make sure that our haircut is balanced and it is even. Okay, we have this section, front section, and the 2 back sections. I am grabbing that guide from the front, and I am shortening it from where I cut earlier. Therefore, it's all the same length. There you go, there's my guide, all up 180 degrees. You guys see, there's very minimal, if anything, that needs to be cut at that point. So therefore we know the haircut is, look at that. You guys, before you start cleaning up and raising your hand that you are done, it is important that you check your own haircut, okay? You have to go throughout and make sure that everything is even. Of course, you know, I'm sure they know that you're obviously a student and they're not looking for perfection, but definitely trying to make sure that you are checking your own work before you raise your hand that you are done. So if you did a 180-degree haircut and you know these are long layers, before you raise your hand that you are done, you know, grab the hair, grab as much of the hair as possible and pull it all to 180 degree and check it. See, here I'm grabbing hair from both front and back. There's one little piece there that's a little longer, so cut it. And then usually, you guys, I always come back and I check my hair to a 0 degree to make sure it's nice and even throughout, okay? And that is pretty much it, okay? These are longer layers. I'm gonna lift the mannequin up so you guys can see it. Not bad, not bad. Okay, but we're not done. We're not done just yet. We're done with the haircut. Okay, you guys, so we are done with the haircut, but we are not done just yet. We now need to disinfect everything and start our little cleanup process. Okay, so let's do the following, you guys. Start putting these clips together. Easily, this could go back here. We have the neck strip, we have our razor, we have, do not get rid of your shears, leave your shears out. Throw your clips in here, you can. Leave a hair cutting comb out, okay? You have your other combs that you can throw in here, okay? We're going to dispose of that into the trash, okay? Sanitize our hands since we just threw some items in the trash. Next, we are going to start to disinfect our station. And let me remind you that the facility, they provide you with a trash can, I believe, and they also have a broom and, you know, dustpan for you to sweep up, okay? So this is trash, sanitize. Okay, then I'm going to take off the draping from the mannequin. So that is my cape and the neck strip. This is going to go into the trash. Okay, sanitize. Okay, you will then look for the dustpan and you will start to sweep all the hair. Leave out a cutting comb and your shears on the station. Okay, sanitize your hands one last time and you will raise your hand that you are done. Candidates, please stop working. All scoring has been completed for this section. Thank you. So let me explain. You're leaving out your cutting comb and your shears because once you raise your hand, it could be that the rater comes over and they check your haircut, which is why I am telling you, you need to check your own work to make sure that everything is nice and balanced, because obviously they're gonna do it anyway. So why not you do that yourself? But yes, leave this out. And of course, once they come over and they check, they inspect the haircut, you can then dispose of your shears and your hair cutting comb into the trash, sanitize your hands once again, and then simply wait for them to announce the next section. And let me just remind you, you guys, this trash bag, you're taking it back home. So do not worry, you know, the items that you're throwing in there, like your shears, I know that's not trash, all of that, but again, that's you no longer need the item and you're getting rid of it. Okay, so that is all. All right, so I hope you guys are finding all of this information helpful. Again, do not take this test lightly. Make sure that you guys are practicing as much as possible, and therefore the day of the real test, you will not be as nervous and you will know exactly what to do, what to expect. And again, these videos are far from perfect. This is just a simple visual to give you guys an idea of what to expect the day of the test. And again, I hope it helps. Let's move on to the next section. That concludes this part of the exam. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your continued support and showing the channel so much love. You guys, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below if you are currently practicing and preparing for your state board exam. If you are new, consider subscribing. And as always, let's keep going, let's keep growing, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.